What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Surfing Tips Saturday Q&A numero 7. So, yeah, I've been doing it for a while. We missed a couple weeks. But anyhow, this is where our weekly segment where we take comments and questions from you, our loyal subscribers, our viewers, and personally answer them, surfing-related questions. So if you want to have your question answered, you put it in this video, and next week, in the comments of this video, next week, we will answer it in our next video.
Really quick announcement, we just hit 5,000 subscribers, so thanks everybody. We also appreciate the likes and shares because that was our long-term goal and we reached it much quicker than we thought. So now our new goal is, what's our new goal?
20,000 subscribers.
Right, 20,000 subscribers.
20,000. So share, like, we really appreciate it, guys, and that's what keeps us motivated to keep making these videos for us, as we see the great response, to see that it's actually helping you guys, and we love what we do, but it definitely helps out when we see that you guys like it and want to share it with your friends and family and everyone else. So, and of course, you can get your rad Shaka gear following the link in the description down here for these Shaka shirts,
or hats, or everything else.
Hats or whatever you want. So,
all right, let's do it.
Well, let's get started. So, first question from McLeod Photos. He asked, what about a vid on your surf camp, prices, who it's for? So he basically was asking about where we're at Shaka. So Moy, as owner of Shaka, take this.
One of the owners.
One of the owners.
All right, so yes, anybody that watches our videos will eventually see that most of our videos are done at Shaka Surf Camp, and we do a lot of our videos in the rancho and basically the property or the beach right here. So we have a surf camp here, and people are asking, you know, well, how do I come and learn to surf with you guys? You know, I like watching your videos.
Where's the surf camp at?
Where's the surf camp? Everything. We are in Costa Rica, Malpais, Nicoya Peninsula. You can just go to the website. It's shakacostarrica.com, and you can learn everything there. We do beginner, intermediate, group lessons. We also do disabled or adaptive surfing for people with spinal injuries. So that's one of our specialties. You can check that out. And just go check out the website. You can either type in shakasurfcamp.com or shakacostarrica.com.
Yeah, we have some videos on the channel. If you search around the playlist in the lifestyle section, you'll see we do like an MTV crib style. It shows the camp and everything here. So, and we also have
put a link. Boom, link.
Boom, right there. Right there. Yeah. All right, next question. By the way, this is Keely. Keely's joining us today to answer a question. Keely's 8 years old, an avid and awesome surfer, killing it every day out in the lineup. So she's going to answer one question from Sonic Boom. What is a good wave height to learn to surf? Keely, spotlight.
Like small waves, like maybe white water. Not too big waves.
How big? So start with whitewater?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so whitewater, and what else?
Like small, or like reforms.
Reforms, that's a good one.
Small inside waves.
So a reform is when the wave breaks, whitewater, and then it reforms back to a little mini open face wave. Some beach breaks and other places have those.
Yeah. Good advice. Start small, work your way out, perfect your fundamentals.
Get comfortable.
Yeah, get comfortable, perfect everything before you move out into larger waves. So another question from Sonic Boom, two good ones. He asked, how do you catch a swell or a wave, I'm imagining. So
Go
for it.
All you run.
When you move out in the open face waves, the most important thing is that you're comfortable paddling on your surfboard. You're not coming out, you're not rocking or doing like that, because we want to be able to have a nice smooth transition to the wave. And without being with you or having a surf instructor to show you firsthand, the best advice I give is to watch the wave come in. And we've been doing a lot of this week with some of our private lessons. Is they want to catch waves out the back, and a lot of people, they see a wave coming and the wave's going to land right here where they're at, and they think, okay, this is a perfect wave, it's a breaking wave going to land right on me, and they over paddle it. They start paddling towards the beach and the wave lands behind them, right on them.
They paddle away from the wave too far inside.
So they paddle too far to the beach. I guess what I could say is, if you see a wave, you want to look for a wave that's going to break anywhere from like 10 to 15 feet closer to the beach from you, so that when you see it, you can turn around, take 3, 4, 5 good paddles, and get into it. Always watching the wave, because of course the waves change. And
you want to try to catch the wave at about that angle, not that angle. So the lower the angle you can catch the wave, the better. So long boards can catch at a lower angle, short boards take a little bit more. No good.
yeah, we catch the wave.
Definitely
when it's
no good. Definitely no good.
So, all right. So, what else do we have? So from Kelvin Yuan, are there any skills you can teach us to avoid accidents? Who wants to take it?
Rules 5, go ahead. Okay, all you.
What we teach here at the camp, we have lots of beginners. We even have intermediates and advanced surfers. But we surf at a kind of a crowded beach break here. There's lots of people in the water of all skill levels, and avoiding accidents and keeping people safe in the water is really important.
It's not really that crowded when you compare it to other places.
No, it's super crowded. You don't want to, no. Don't want to come surf here. No, just kidding. Couple rules we teach people is first off, you never want to be behind somebody or in front of somebody in the lineup. So when you're walking out in the water, from the second you step foot in the water, you don't want to paddle out right in front of a big group of people. You always try and paddle out where there's not a group of people surfing, off to the side. You don't want to let somebody get in front of you because they could lose their board or take off on a wave and hit you, and you don't want to be in front of somebody else. So if you go to take off on a wave and somebody's in front of you, obviously you want to let it go. Also, we don't want to fling our board or bail our board out, which means some people don't know how to deal with breaking waves with their surfboard, so they just push it to the side and swim under. And that's a super bad idea because there could be somebody behind you or to the side of you even, and then your board gets taken with the wave and hits them.
Learn the turtle roll.
Learn the turtle roll. Check our video.
Here's the link to the turtle roll.
So, never bail your board. Never a good idea. When you're taking off on a wave, especially if you don't have a lot of control on your surfboard. Again, we don't want to surf through a crowd. If for some reason we're surfing, we're getting close to somebody, what we can do is we can kind of crouch down on the board, hold the board, put a lot of weight on the back foot, pull the board out of the wave. We don't want to fling the board out in front of you or jump off and let the board fly out if we have any option at all. So anything else that maybe
probably one of the biggest things is sideways surfboards. So when you're going out, you want to keep your surfboard straight to the ocean or straight in to catch a wave. The only time your board should be sideways is when you're transitioning to catch a wave, which would be in between waves. So what we're saying is when the wave hits you, you don't ever want to have a sideways surfboard because you lose control a lot quicker that way. And the only other time your board will be sideways is after a wipeout when you come out of the water. So that's why we want to, I always tell people the very first thing you should do when you come out of a wipeout is like a compass, snap your direction to the waves and then look for your surfboard. Does that make sense to everybody?
Makes sense, I think.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Always straight into the wave or straight with the wave. Sideways means it's going to flip it up and hit you in the face and knock out your tooth, and then you have a missing tooth like a tua. She has a missing tooth. Yeah, that's not from a surfboard, but that's what you'd look like. All right, moving on. From Saving Apollo Music. I have a 6'6" quad fin. I weigh about 135, so you're about my size, and you're riding a board that's a little bigger than what I'd ride. But he asked any tips on getting quicker turns as I pop up, and since I'm tired of talking, somebody else want to answer it.
All right, quicker turns. Probably the very first thing you should be looking at is your back foot. How far back is your back foot? Because if your back foot is not getting over the fins, the turn's going to develop a lot slower. So that's the first thing. You got to get your back foot. The second thing is you need to know which direction you're going to go while you're catching the wave. So as you're catching the wave, you should already have a direction in mind. I'm going left, I'm going right. As you pop up, you should be looking in that direction. You should be looking right or looking left.
Fly in her face. So
you should be looking left or looking right.
Look where you're going. Watch your back foot.
And initiate your turn. Look, shoulders, board will follow. Follow the technique, use the rail. Foot on the back, tail, initiate your turn. Make sure you're getting into the wave early enough. If you get in the wave too late, it's kind of hard to turn because you need to make the drop. So get in the wave as early as you can. Make sure your foot's in the right place. Already know which way you're going. Initiate by looking in the direction you want to go.
Yeah.
Turn your shoulders, let the board follow through, and you want to initiate your turn before you get to the bottom of the wave. In other words, as you're dropping down, you shouldn't be turning at the bottom of the wave. You need to be turning as you're coming down the wave.
Excuse us for a second. Hello? No time to talk.
Yeah.
So, next question.
That's how we roll.
From Fearn Z12. So yeah, don't try and call Shaka while we're filming because we will not answer the phone for you. From Fearn Z12, tips to pop up faster and catching barrels. And again, our barrel riding expert, Atua, is going to take this question.
Your best tips
Yeah, I think like popping up faster is, or helping your pop up is try to pop up. Like if you're already going down the line, then try to pop up on the top half of the wave. So like if this is the wave, you don't want to pop up at the bottom because then you'll lose all your speed. You won't be able to do anything. So you want to pop up at the top so you can stand up, and then you get your speed going down. And for barrels, I think like making sure you take that extra paddle. So when you think you're about to be in the wave, take like 1 or 2 more paddles. Because if you get in the wave a little too late and you're trying to get in the barrel, then you like can't control your speed. And you'll just like fly out.
So you're basically taking that extra paddle down the face to make sure that you definitely are in the wave, and maybe even as you turn. That is a big one, especially if it's really hollow.
Yeah.
Making sure you get into the wave is huge.
I'd say, yeah, the thing about surfing barrels is that if the waves are barreling, they're usually steeper, faster, presumably a little bit bigger, and it takes a little bit more
And a lot of times
commitment.
it's offshore wind blowing at you, so a lot of times you think you have the wave, and then the wind will blow you kind of to the top of the wave, and then woo, over the falls you go.
Commitment, full commitment. Excellent, excellent. So let's see. All right, from Ashley Weaver. Any tips for paddling hard enough to catch the wave? Paddle master.
Well, the first tip is watch our video. We have a paddling video that explains kind of the fundamentals in surfboard paddling. But if I were to throw out a few tips based on the most common errors, the first one is make sure you're far enough forward on your board. Most beginners like to sit way on their tail. The second tip is your last 2 paddles should be your hardest, so you build momentum and power into your paddle. One common mistake is you paddle hard, and right before you're about to catch the wave, you start to paddle really softly because you're so busy thinking about standing up. Make sure your last 2 paddles are your strongest, and a lot of times you might have to take 1 more paddle than you think. And then another tip would be just make sure that you are full range motion paddling and paddling all the way through and not doing little half paddles. And I don't know, can you guys think of anything else?
Making sure you finish your paddle.
Yeah, finish all the way through. What else? I had something in my head, and it floated away like a
Just
free butterfly,
gone.
like just like a little butterfly.
Vita took it.
Sorry, Vita. Or sorry, Ashley. Vita ate my Vita, our dog. All right, I have one more question. Oh, this is kind of a funny question, I thought, but it's a legitimate question, and it was asked on another video about using a wax comb. Wax comb is something we use to scrape wax off. We scrape wax off our surfboard. Oh, here we go. And it has these little teeth on here, and you see this is hard plastic, and we use it to put grooves or put kind of traction in our wax, so we don't have to add more wax. We can just scrape a little bit. And somebody asked, can I use a regular comb instead of a wax comb? Well, my answer is probably not, because most combs, first off, aren't going to fit in your pocket like this little guy will, and the teeth aren't as strong. You know, so if you were to take like a normal comb that's like this long, you get like the ones they comb your hair with at the barber shop or whatever, probably not gonna work. The teeth are probably gonna break, and again, these things are uncomfortable to sit on or have in your pocket as it is. So imagine one like this big and putting.
I think it would work. It just wouldn't work that well.
Now, if you really, I guess if you want to keep a comb in your pocket for your hair or whatever,
You would. The amount of pressure you apply would have probably
let's
break
comb
it.
your hair with this.
I've seen some pretty strong combs though. I mean, they got metal combs.
Yeah, I guess if you want to keep something like that, you know. But this one works just as well, actually. So if the question was reversed, can I use a wax comb as a regular comb? I would say the answer is yes. Because look how pretty we can. This actually works really well. I like this. I might switch you out for mine because mine's covered in wax. So, how do I look?
Oh, awful.
Yeah, okay.
But that
So-
has nothing to do with the comb, no.
Okay. Appreciate it. So guys, thanks again for tuning in. Remember, comments come in the video. In this week's video, we'll answer them in next week's video. Lots of thumbs up. Makes us know that you appreciate everything we're doing.
Yeah.
And anything
Until
else to
next
add?
week, guys.
All right.
Pura
See you
vida.
guys.
Aloha. Shoots.